Let's talk Trevor Rogers, Tyler Naquin, and get you updated on some bullpens next on Fantasy Baseball Today in 5. Welcome into FBT in 5, a podcast that gets you caught up fast on the fantasy news and advice that you need to know. Follow and stream us on Spotify and anywhere else podcasts are found. Today is Monday, April 12th. I am Frank Stanfield, joined by Scott White, and there's quite a few pitchers out here, Scott, that are available in at least 25% or more of CBS leagues. Start off with Trevor Rogers, who was awesome. 6 shutout, had 10 strikeouts over the weekend. But I'll just throw all these names together. You tell me which one you like most. Steven Matz, Sean Manaea, Yusei Kikuchi, Andrew Heaney. They're all southpaws, by the way.
Yeah, the one I like most is definitely Rogers. Rogers, I would be making a play for in any league where he's available, because not only did he have the big strikeout effort last time out, swinging strikes, he had 19 of those. His swinging strike rate is like, so far it's DeGrom. Like, I understand it's only 2 starts, but velocity is up on his fastball. He gained some strength in the offseason. He has more confidence in his slider than he did last year. He's thrown it even more than the changeup. We already knew the changeup was good. So it's just a fuller arsenal for Rogers. He looks more overpowering. He's getting tons of swings and misses. Could be on the verge of a breakthrough. The other pitcher I like of that group you mentioned is Yusei Kikuchi, who was one of the biggest underachievers in terms of expected stats versus actual stats. You know, hasn't been a big source of whiffs, but the strikeouts have been there, and kind of leading with his cutter. He's difficult to square up. So Rogers is number 1 of that group. Kikuchi number 2. It's a distant 3, 4, 5 after that.
Yeah, no, I like that order that you set up there. And Trevor Rogers, very excited about him. Moved him inside my top 60 starting pitchers. Again, you can find those rankings on cbssports.com. Scott, how about if you're in a deeper league? Rich Hill is going up against the Rangers this week. Mitch Keller had 14 whiffs on 80 pitches over the weekend. Joe Ross, 5 shutout against the Dodgers. Mike Foltynewicz looked very good against the Padres. Anthony DeSclafani, 6 shutout with 8 strikeouts. And then Luke Weaver also threw 7 shutouts. So Weaver, DeSclafani, Foltynewicz, Joe Ross, Mitch Keller, and Rich Hill in deeper leagues. Which one you like?
Well, I got to be honest. You're playing in a deeper league than I'm playing in. If you're going for any of those. No, I do think Luke Weaver and Anthony DeSclafani, there might be something to see with the two of them. Weaver in that, 7 1-hit innings. He had a no-hitter for a while. He kind of ditched his cutter, just went fastball, changeup. The cutter's been a pitch that's gotten hit hard over the past couple of years. They may be better off without it, but two-pitch pitchers always kind of dicey. And DeSclafani, just because what the Giants have managed to do with other pitchers like him, who were kind of cast-offs from other organizations, Kevin Gausman, Drew Smyly last year, maybe they have something they can get something out of DeSclafani too. He's off to a nice start, but I agree. Those are more deeper league options.
Scott, let's readdress this Tyler Naquin situation, who is by far the most added player in CBS leagues. His roster rate is now up to 66%, and he just continues to mash for the Cincinnati Reds. So how are you feeling about Tyler Naquin right now?
Well, he entered Sunday leading the majors in both home runs and RBI, and that was without even being initially in the starting lineup for the Reds. He's filled in mostly for Jesse Winker, who's been out for a couple different reasons. And he's crushed the ball. He's crushed it. His X slug, according to StatCast, expected slugging percentage is .958, which is higher than his actual slugging percentage, even with the 5 home runs. It shows you how hard he has hit the ball. And obviously it's not something he can sustain. But can he be a quality hitter for you? Because he's been in the majors for a while and has never done anything like that, mostly with Cleveland, a lot of injuries. He did show some potential in his rookie season, but not huge power numbers necessarily. I don't know. I mean, we've seen stranger things. I think it's gone on long enough that you take a flyer on it, you see where it goes. You're obviously not putting a lot of investment in it. You're not counting on Naquin being somebody who can deliver for you, but unexpected breakouts happen every year. And maybe this year it's Naquin. I think it's to the point where you have to just take a flyer and see. Don't blow a quarter of your fab budget on him or anything. But maybe between Winker's injury history, Nick Senzel's injury history, maybe just David Bell mixing and matching, they can get Naquin enough bats that he can keep this going and be a useful option for you.
Real quick, Scott, Emmanuel Clase for Cleveland picked up 2 saves over the weekend. How much fab would you spend on Clase in a 12-team categories league? And between Oakland and the Dodgers, there's a lot going on. Lou Trivino's being talked up for Oakland, and Corey Knebel has looked awesome for the Dodgers. So who would you rather speculatively add between those two and the fab question for Clase?
Yeah, Clase of the three looks like the one who's most in the driver's seat for the 9th inning for his club. But, maybe about 10% if you need saves in a 12-team league. And between the other two, Knebel and Trivino, I think Trivino has a clearer path to saves, the Athletics having just lost Trevor Rosenthal, but might be a split situation between him and Diekman. Knebel's looked really good and was an awesome closer for the Brewers back in the day. Jansen, I think, is vulnerable, but it's more of a wait and see for that situation.
For more extensive fantasy baseball coverage, listen to the Fantasy Baseball Today podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, your smart speakers, or anywhere else podcasts are found. And thanks for listening to Fantasy Baseball Today in 5. If you enjoyed the pod, please leave a 5-star review on Apple. We'll be back again tomorrow morning. Bye-bye.